Well, we're trying to beat some storms this morning. Watching the weather, it's supposed to talk like some severe rain or severe storms and heavy rain tonight. And originally we thought it was going to be tonight, but I guess, you can kind of look and these clouds are moving fast. It's hard to tell, I know, in this video, but I think they think it's going to be here by 11 o'clock or noon, somewhere in there. So Dad was going to an auction today there at Stockton, but I wanted to come down here and try to get some trees on the ground. That way we can kind of stay on track to take care of everybody. I hate to miss any work this time of year. Just really can't afford to take a day off because we get so far behind so easy. So I've got the saw gassed up here. I've got an 88. That's my preferred cutting saw. So I've got my 88 gassed up and ready to go. We're going to go in this draw here. We're going to cut some walnut. Now this timber has been logged, like I said yesterday, this is probably the third time I'm guessing this timber's been harvested on this farm. And it's a beautiful farm. Before we leave today, we'll go back up here on top of the hill and I'll show you an overview of the valley here, because it really is a beautiful place. But we're going to go in here and harvest these walnut. Like I said, it's probably the third time. And just this area down here, it just grows. It grows good timber. It grows good walnut. The walnut grows fast, and I don't understand how, because these old hills are nothing but solid limestone. But these walnut trees sure do grow good. And I will give props to the last company that harvested the oak and walnut out of here. They did a good job on selection. They made a good set of log roads. There's a lot of oak trees growing back. They're just not quite ready to harvest yet, but they did do a good job of cutting the timber, whoever cut it last. But we're going to go in here and knock these walnut down and try to get a jump on them. That way we'll be ready to come in here with the skidder and drag them out. So let's run in here and start working on that. Cutting pretty good trees. Got them laying every which direction in here. This is there's kind of a little draw back here, up there. I got another one to cut right there, as you can see. There's kind of a draw over there. You can kind of see I got some cut over there too. There's a few over there we're going to have to pull because there's fences, but I'm just kind of working my way on this hillside. Spring-loaded branch there. There's some pretty good chinkapin oak in here growing. I didn't notice them the first time. Nothing real big, but just good, clean, quality trees. Some hickory growing. It's really a pretty clean timber stand for the most part. There's not a lot of underbrush. Really no briars or rose bushes. Just open timber, but like I said, it's been harvested hard before. There's log roads and stumps everywhere from years ago. I'd say at least 15 years. But it's a nice timber stand. It's a nice place to cut. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, so I don't know how much longer we'll be able to cut, because some of these trees here are pretty tall, so they can be tricky to cut on these south-facing hillsides in the wind. That's bugging me there. Pretty good trees though. Nothing super big, but quality logs. That's what it takes. I think we've got maybe 18 on the ground this morning so far. It's getting close to 9:30. So we'll try to make our way on up and around the hill, get up here on top, and we'll try to loop back down. Just kind of make kind of a little hook here. We'll get these few up here cut, then work our way back down the draw. Like I said, I'll have to have Dad help me when we have to cut these. And there's some good ones over here. You can kind of see them grow through the trees there. There's pretty good trees, but they've got to be pulled, so I'll have to have Dad help me on those. All right, let's see if we can chew a few more down with the old 880. She's a monster. Taking a break, hung up. I was cutting the log out of the tree, and well, things happen. I'm an idiot. It probably happens to me more than anybody. So the the good thing about this bore cut that we do, especially in, like I said, the wind, it's not super strong yet, but it's blowing. It's only going to get worse, so I'm trying to get down what I can before it does get bad. But the good thing about this bore cut with these spurs, you know, you can punch out the whole inside of the tree here, and your spurs will hold that up. I mean, it'll hold the tree up. Basically, your tree's sitting on stilts. And when I'm ready to fall the tree, I start clipping the spurs. And you got to know, judging by the lean and which way you're kind of needing the tree to go, that's what you want to clip those spurs first and leave your back ones hold. So it's a safe cut. I mean, even in stuff like this, it's, like I said, the wind's not blowing hard. When it starts blowing hard, I'll just head in, because I'm getting a pretty good pile of trees on the ground anyway. I'm getting a pretty good pile that are hung up, I'll say that. These trees are so tall, and the timber's tall. Which some of them I'm glad they do hang up, because some of them got crotches on them, and I don't want to run the risk of hitting hard and busting the crotch, so we can pull them down real gentle like with the skidder, then get them cut off. There's several trees in this little patch of timber. I'm seeing a few more than I originally did. But, of course, a lot of leaves have fallen since when I looked at this job. It's been probably close to 3 weeks ago now that I looked at it. I lose track of time. But there's a lot of leaves have fallen, so making it a little easier to see. And there's a lot of young trees in here growing. A lot of young walnut growing. We got them laying every which direction all over the place. They'll be easy to get out. It's not real brushy. Be easy going with a skidder. We'll use the existing log roads that are here. I'm gonna walk out, get another saw, and come back so I can cut myself out. Actually, I got the hammer and wedge right up here because I had to use it earlier. I might just try my luck at that hammer and wedge and see if I can get myself unpinched with that. See, here's one of the old log roads right here. Good log road. Got some really good shagbark hickory coming on too. That's a good shagbark right there. There's several of them. A lot of chinkapin oak in here. Some reds. There's just stumps everywhere. It's a nice little timber stand. See, we got trees laying everywhere. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, let's walk up here and grab this wedge. See if we can get ourselves out and try to get a few more. We ain't gonna be able to go much longer because the wind's getting stronger all the time. See there, an old walnut stump where I cut that one there. Of course, all these old tops are starting to rot down. And there's several of these little walnut trees like this. He's on the border. He could be cut, but I think I'll just leave him. Because he'll be a good tree one of these days. That one there is another one. I mean, it's a small tree, but it's growing. We'll just give him a good thinning, and that way down the road, somebody else, or maybe me, can come back and cut him again. This is about the best tree I've cut all day right here. That is a champ. That's a good piece of wood right there. Good piece of wood. Let's get a hammer. This is part of what makes the job so much fun right here. What a beautiful view. Beautiful, beautiful view. This farm goes way, way over there towards that far tree line. It's a big farm. There's a pretty good sized creek that runs through way down there. We've got timber to cut along it too. I say we, it was just me today. Just right over there, and that little patch of timber there is where we were. I was. I'm so used to saying we. We still got some to cut in there. The wind's You might be able to hear it through the phone. I don't know. The wind's starting to get up. So better safe than sorry. I had a pretty good morning. So they got about 30 on the ground. So that's not a bad morning of cutting, I don't think. I mean, I know there's guys cut a lot more. I'm just an amateur though. First time running a chainsaw today. But we're gonna head in, eat lunch. Sawbriar's got me. I know I said earlier in the video there was no rose bushes or briars, but leave it to me to find some. Hopefully we'll be back out here tomorrow. I mean, I guess I misunderstood. I think the rain's supposed to start 11 tonight, but all the weathermen at the coffee shop this morning were saying 11 this morning. So obviously that's not an accurate prediction at all, because it's almost 11 o'clock right now, and there's no rain. It's still sunshine, but the wind's really starting to blow. The storm's coming out of the southwest there. So hopefully it'll be over by morning, and we can come out here tomorrow and drag some logs, pull those trees. We still got these few right over here. We got to get pulled and out where we were at yesterday. So we still got a lot going on here. This is only the second day of working on this job. Like I said, we need to get in here and get it knocked out pretty fast, because we've got a couple jobs ahead, and we need to be on the move, because I'm still looking at a lot of timber right now. So I don't like to keep anybody waiting. I don't like waiting on people. I sure don't want them waiting on me. That's a beautiful view across there through that valley. Beautiful, beautiful view. Let's head in. I'm hungry. About lunchtime. I'm happy with 30 trees. I'm not gonna complain about that. I've got some pretty good ones. Nothing super big, nothing of any great big monstrous size like what we've been cutting the last week anyway, but good trees, good quality trees, high quality trees. And I just as soon have good quality trees as big rough trees. Sometimes. It depends on how big they are. So guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with us again today. I know today's video wasn't near as exciting. It's hard for me to work and film at the same time, unless I got my GoPro on, which I still don't have all the... I'm stupid when it comes to technology. I am. There's no other way around it. But that's the only way I can film and work, so if I got a GoPro. But guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Comment. I enjoy talking to you guys. And I try to get back to everybody's comments as quick as I can. Sometimes it takes a little longer, because sometimes I'm doing things, I'm in the midst of something, so just bear with me, and I try to get back to everybody's comments. Check us out on all of our social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Turner Logging LLC. Check all that stuff out. Guys, close up there. We'll, come on, Gabe. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be doing something, I just don't know what yet. Have a good weekend, guys.